everyone, you're watching News Epicenter with me, Maria Shakil. Just 5 hours back, shockwaves were felt across Pakistan and the whole world when former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan was shot by a gunman during his rally in Wazirabad. Imran Khan was shot in both legs, while one PTI worker was killed and 15 were injured in the attack. The gunman was cornered by the crowd and apprehended. He claims he attacked Imran Khan because the former Prime Minister, according to him, misled the people of Pakistan and committed blasphemy against Islam. Imran Khan is currently receiving treatment at the Shaukat Khanum Hospital in Lahore. The Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shehbaz Sharif, who ousted Imran Khan's government, has condemned the attack. He has said that all aid will be extended for a swift investigation into the attack. Imran Khan's party, the Tehreek-e-Insaf, meanwhile has declared war against the Sharif government. This comes days after Imran Khan's repeated attacks against the Pakistan Army chief, accusing him of corruption and subverting the rule of law. Sources say the attempt on Imran Khan's life has a clear signature of the ISI and the Pakistan Army. First, here's what happened today.
The moment of an assassination bid against former Pak PM Imran Khan in Gujranwala, Pakistan. Chaos and mayhem ruled near his reception camp at Assassination Chowk after the gunshots rang out. At least 4 PTI party leaders were among those injured. One of them, Ahmed Chatta, succumbed.
दुआएं अल्लाह ताला आप सबको अपने ज़ुमा में रखे। इमरान खान साहब के लिए दुआएं अल्लाह उन्हें अपने ज़ुमा में रखे। अल्लाह का करम है सब खैरियत से। कुछ साथी हमारे जो शदीद जख्मी है, एक साथी का बताया जा रहा है कि वो शहीद हो गए।
An injured Khan was rushed to an SUV and shifted to hospital, hit on both legs by 3 bullets. TV images showed 2 men brandishing a gun at the rally close to Khan's container. The attacker, who has been arrested, had fired at Imran Khan when he was going to address his ongoing long march to Islamabad against the Shehbaz Sharif government. 2 pistols and ammunition have been recovered.
इसलिए किया है कि ये लोगों को गुमराह कर रहा था इमरान खान, और मुझसे ये चीज़ देखी नहीं गई, और मैंने इसको मार दिया। मारने की कोशिश की, पूरी मारने की कोशिश की कि मैं इसको मारूं, सिर्फ और सिर्फ इमरान खान को और किसी को नहीं।
Punjab's Health Minister Dr. Yasmeen Ahmed confirmed that Khan is out of danger and stable. In his first reported interaction with close aides soon afterwards, an injured Imran said, and I quote, "Allah has given me another life. I will fight back. I know they want to kill me, but they don't know Allah is protecting me." Condemning the incident, Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has asked for an immediate report. Aides to the former Pak PM have demanded strong measures.
इमरान खान महफूज है, हमारे कई साथी जो है वो ज़ख्मी हैं, इस वक्त अस्पतालों में हैं। किसी भी रजीम चेंज एक्सरसाइज का जो आखिरी मरहला होता है वो एलिमिनेशन होती है। आज का वाक़या जो कि बड़ा अफसोसनाक है, ये इस मौजूदा हुकूमत के कारनामे हैं, राना सनाउल्लाह के कारनामे हैं।
The tremors are being felt across Pakistan. People have come out onto the streets in Punjab province and a riot-like situation threatens. The Imran incident has brought back chilling memories of former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto's assassination at a rally in 2007.
And now let me get you the latest from Ground Zero. Here is what is the last footage that came. Imran Khan can be seen entering the Lahore hospital, clearly injured in the leg, and is being supported by his supporters, surrounded by his supporters as well. So he needs their support to enter that door as well. And the latest medical bulletin in fact states that he has bullet fragments in both his legs and will require a surgical procedure to remove them with bed rest for 3 weeks. That is the latest medical bulletin. But this attack has sparked riots across Pakistan, namely in the cities of Lahore and Islamabad, as the anger of the PTI cadre against the Sharif government only escalates. Here is what PTI leader Fawad Chaudhry told supporters after the attack.
इमरान खान के ऊपर हमला पाकिस्तान के ऊपर हमला है, और इसका बदला लिया जाएगा। ऐसे नहीं जाएगा। हमारे बच्चों का खून यहाँ पर है, हमारे लीडर का खून यहाँ पर है, ये बदला लोगे। पाकिस्तान के तरीके इंसाफ के लोगों को मैं कहता हूँ, वादा करो, बदला लो। जिस तरीके से हम अमन की पार्टी है, हम बंदूकों वाली पार्टी नहीं है, लेकिन हमारे लीडर के ऊपर बंदूकों से हमला किया गया है। उस दिन लोग जो इसके पीछे हैं वो कान खुल के सुन ले, आप कान खोल के सुन ले, हम इसका बदला लेंगे इंशाल्लाह।
Moeed Jafri is joining me live from Islamabad. Moeed, what exactly is the scene like on ground zero in Islamabad or other cities in Pakistan, Lahore and others? Because the sense certainly is that there is anger which is spilling on the streets. Are these largely the PTI workers and supporters, or are they ordinary citizens of Pakistan also who are now protesting?
Well, thank you so much. Anger basically is the word that rightly describes the sentiment here in Pakistan, and not just in Islamabad, but in other provincial metropolises as well. We saw an angry mob getting out on the streets in Peshawar, which is the capital of the KPK province where PTI rules. And then similarly, we saw people coming out in numbers in Lahore, which is the capital of Punjab, where also PTI holds power. Protests were seen in almost all major cities, and they are continuing right now as Imran Khan goes into surgery. Like you mentioned, he has bullet fragments in both legs, in addition to the fact that in his right shin bone, the bullet has chipped off part of that bone, according to the details given by doctors at Chowk and Khanam. So overall, Imran Khan, as we all know, projects an image of being somebody who is very strong and would never back down. And his statements coming after the attack also portrayed that. He's called on his support to stay strong and that he will fight back with them. However, as you saw, Fawad Chaudhry was not very polite in his expression. His call was more inciting and
yes.
As we speak right now, the law minister of
I
the
want to understand,
government,
yes, I want to understand how is the present government of Shehbaz Sharif now going to tackle or handle this situation which is escalating? Or is it going out of hands?
The approach that we are, so far what we are seeing right now is that they are not using any sort of force against these angry people who showed up on the streets. Some of them, have encircled government buildings. Some are taking to the houses of Rana Sanaullah, the law minister, who is right now conducting a press conference, who has strongly condemned Fawad Chaudhry's speech right after the attack, where he said that we are going to, and he incited everybody to take revenge of this attack from those who have committed it. And he did not mince his words, pointing fingers at who he believes did it. So the government right now is being very cautious and very careful not to further aggravate or anger these people who are right now, very angry over the attack carried out on their political leader. However, Rana Sanaullah, like you mentioned, that the person that they caught also talked about blasphemy. He was not exactly talking about, I might want to connect you there, talking about blasphemy. He was talking about disrespect with them, PTI being disrespectful to the azan being ignored and music being played at the same time. So there's a lot of confusion and a lot of anger. The government has constituted JIT, that's a joint investigation team, and they say that they're very open about it and they would want to get to the bottom of this, and they are completely dissociating themselves from anything that has to do with this.
All right.
And so far, in Lahore, in Karachi, in Islamabad, in Peshawar, protests, which were very violent to start off with, have somewhat settled down a bit. However, people are still unwilling to leave the streets or the protest spots that they have figured out they want to sit down on. Imran Khan's health is now going to define when this particular long march is going to resume.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Moeed. We'll keep coming back to you tomorrow as well. Joining me now Abdul Samad Yaqub is a senior PTI leader. Dr. Saeed Ilahi is senior leader of PMLN and former minister. We are also being joined by Abdullah Hamid Gul. He is the chairman of Tehreek Jawanan, Pakistan. Abdul Samad, the suspect shooter, says Khan was misleading the people and he could not bear it. He goes on to say that there is blasphemy as well. Then why is Imran Khan naming Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, the Interior Minister Mr. Raza and Major Faisal Nazir? What proof does he have to say that they are involved in this conspiracy?
Well, this assassin, I mean, we are not focusing on assassin. We are looking forward, looking deep into who are the real perpetrators, who are the real culprits. I mean, this one is the puppet. I mean, he is not that serious player. He was misused. So what we need to figure out is, what we need to reach out is who was the perpetrator, the real culprit. And for that, we had a credible threats. We were receiving a credible threats, and we were. They have conveyed sort of messages to refrain ourselves from or quitting this freedom march. So we naturally, one can allege the incumbent government, who is the responsible. I mean, they are the one who are actually the responsible. They are somehow.
No, but how does Shehbaz Sharif benefit, or any of his ministers benefit, if Imran Khan is attacked or injured? How does it benefit him politically?
Even way before we have started this freedom march, we were conveyed, or we were somehow conveyed by this former Senator Faisal Boda, who conveyed us that this march could be turned into the bloody march. So these things were indicated, these were clear messages. So who were those who were conveying us the messages that we should refrain from this march, long march? We need to figure out. It's obvious that this incumbent interior minister is behind these attacks.
Okay, so you are naming, you're saying that Mr. Reza, who's the interior minister, is behind it. Again, the question would be, do you have proof to level that kind of charge against an individual? You can say government, but why name individuals? Abdullah Hamid Gul, here is Imran Khan, 70, ousted as Prime Minister in April, was 6 days into the miles-long protest procession, standing and waving to thousands of cheering supporters. And then he shot at. He is wounded right now. But the larger question is, who benefits from a wounded Imran? You know, if he is injured, who does it benefit politically?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you very much. Well, first of all, it's a very tragic incident, and definitely it jolted the minds of all the Pakistanis in Pakistan and those who are living abroad. And secondly, who can benefit? Well, yes, lots of beneficiaries, I would say, because lots of questions are being raised. Since we know that once again TTP is very active in Pakistan, and TTP were nurtured in Kunar earlier when the allied forces were there, the US forces, and along with other forces who were present in Afghanistan. They were living over there, and they were attacking Pakistan then also, and they are still attacking Pakistan. So I would say you cannot just ignore this fact. So that could be one thing.
You're saying, attacking Pakistan. What does attacking Pakistan really mean? Here is Imran Khan raising concerns, and the concerns that he is raising, many would say it is resonating with people of Pakistan, and that is the reason why he's getting the kind of support that he's getting.
No, well, as far as the threats are concerned, I think the threat level was there. Of course, the threats were initiated by the intelligence agencies, and we saw him shaking hands and ignoring all those protocols which were told by the Punjab police and the intelligence bureau and the ISI, etc. I think there were threats on 25th of May as well, when he came up with a long march. and there are threats today. There is always a threat whenever there is such a public rally, and especially when Mr. Biden is on record when he says that he talks about Pakistan's nuclear program, and then one can always, I think, benefit out of a public uprising. So I think that could not be ignored too.
Okay.
And then, of course, there are arch enemies of Pakistan.
Before I bring Dr. Saeed Elahi, Abdul Samad Yaqub, there was a clear warning that had come from ISI, I would also say, because there was a press conference that was done, being hinted by Abdullah Hamid Gul here. Did Imran Khan overlook all those threats?
Yeah, I think Mr. Imran Khan has ignored all the SOPs and warnings conveyed to him by all concerned quarters, even his own colleagues. But I think when a political leader see people chanting slogans and they get more euphoric, as it happened in Benazir's case, she was sitting in an armored car. But when people started chanting slogans, she came out and waved hands, and then she was killed. So I think the political leaders, they cannot stay and they cannot observe the SOPs and the warnings conveyed to them. And while they get emotional and euphoric, they just ignore all warnings.
No, but
this is what has happened with Mr. Imran Khan.
But he is leveling a charge. He is leveling a charge against Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, Interior Minister. He is also named. He is saying that they are responsible.
I think that is ridiculous, and it's just point scoring and a stunt, because all political leaders, when they have any incident or accident or injured or killed even, they blame their opponents. This is a history and culture of subcontinent. A small case happens in a village and the accused is not one. The whole family will be involved and they'll be...
No. I mean, I'm not trying to... No. Dr. Elahi, here is the former Prime Minister that we are looking at. And we know how Pakistan has had chaotic history. You have had long history of political violence. Former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto was assassinated in December 2007. Before that, her father and former Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was hanged in the same city in 1979. So we have seen coups and political unrest being almost synonymous with Pakistan.
I think I told you before that subcontinent has the same history. This is what has happened in India also. Mahatma Ji, Indira Gandhi Ji, Rahul Ji, and other people. So many leaders were killed in India also. But the problem is, this is culturally, both countries are very close and they have a common history also. But after a partition, they have two different countries, but the culture and the history, it is changing slowly.
But how do you defend Imran Khan's direct allegation against the Pakistan Prime Minister that he is involved?
I think that is ridiculous.
Okay.
Mr. Imran is blaming the Prime Minister and Interior Minister, and the culprit has already confessed. His statement is on the record. He says, I was angry, and he is also a guard of a PTI legislator. And he has showed his concern and anger and telling that I fired at him because they were doing things which were objectionable.
Yeah, what exactly was, yes.
Putting on musical songs while there was azan going on and different other things. So a man has confessed, taken the responsibility. So how can you blame a Prime Minister and an Interior Minister?
Yaqub,
I told you.
How are you blaming? Yes, how are you blaming that? Blaming the government in Pakistan right now when the assassin or the alleged suspect here has himself confessed that he had reasons, that he says that there was an act of blasphemy that was being done by Imran Khan.
That's why he has been arrested. So he'll face the trial in the
yes.
court.
Abdul
so
Samad Yaqub.
Blame Prime Minister and Interior Minister.
Okay, Abdul Samad Yaqub.
I think that is just a drama being done by the PTI leaders.
Okay, let's listen from him. Abdul Samad Yaqub.
Funny statements about the comment.
Yes, Abdul Samad Yaqub. Mr. Yaqub, go ahead.
Maria, see, what we need to figure out is, what we need to investigate is on who instigated this assassin. I mean, he was a culprit. He is not a culprit. He's a puppet. I mean, who actually instigated him, who incited him. It's not a simple case. He's not that innocent that someone he got aggressive or he was incited just
Mr. Samad,
because
that is the subject of investigation. Who incited him? Who was behind the larger conspiracy? But on the basis of no evidence, Imran Khan and your entire party is leveling the charge against the present Prime Minister. And that's what Dr. Saeed Elahi is saying. That it's ridiculous. Those are his words.
Why don't we connect the dots? Let's see the circumstances. We should go for the circumstantial evidence. Who was threatening Imran Khan? Wasn't it Rana Sanaullah, the Interior Minister, who was blatantly threatened us? Wasn't it Faisal Wada which conveyed us somehow that there could be
Okay, I'm going to play that bite of Rana Sanaullah and then I'll go to Dr. Saeed Elahi.
कि ये आदमी एक फितना है, ये इस मुल्क को फितना और फसाद से दो चार करना चाहता है, इसका कौम को इदराक करना चाहिए और इस फितने का सर जो है वो अभी कुचलना चाहिए, वरना ये इस मुल्क और कौम को किसी हादसे से जो है ये दो चार कर देगा.
सर कुचलना चाहिए. Dr. Saeed Elahi, how do you explain this kind of language of your minister?
I think
this is an open
both
threat.
Parties,
open
the Imran
threat.
Khan, Imran Khan and his colleagues and Sanaullah and other government people, they were into a conversation threatening each other using unparliamentary language from both sides. You know, in politics, when somebody is threatening, the reply will be same. So Mr. Imran Khan was, while threatening of conquering Islamabad or taking over Islamabad or talking of a revolution to take over the government.
No, but so talking about a revolution is one thing. Dr. Saeed Elahi, you know, talking about a political protest is one thing. But to say that Sar Kuchalna hai, it's an open threat that you'll be killed.
Sar Kuchalna is basically a sentence. It doesn't mean that you have to kill him. This is used as a sentence. If you say we will अपने दुश्मनों के सर कचले कुचल देंगे, तो उसका मतलब ये नहीं होता कि उनको मार देंगे. It means if they attack unparliamentary way on Islamabad and they exceed their limits and their protest is beyond legal limits, so they will be returned. They will be replied back by different sources and means.
No, I mean, what kind of political language is being exchanged here? If this threat is issued and then Imran Khan is attacked, then obviously he will have reasons and his party will have reasons to link it to the present establishment there. Abdul Yaqub.
But in this case, the assassin has confessed.
Abdul Yaqub.
Please allow me to speak. I mean, I would like to respond, Dr. Saeed Elahi. Yes. I mean, I find it
Dr. Saeed Elahi
very
also
funny.
On the screen. Yes.
I mean, Dr. Saeed Elahi is quite mature, a serious player of the politics, but he's giving the multiple benefit of doubts to the Rana Sanaullah. When Sar Kuchalna, when calling someone a fitna, and at multiple times, this Rana Sanaullah, the Interior Minister, has conveyed formally or informally to the chairman of PTI that there would be some threats. So now, I mean, we are giving, Dr. Saab is giving the benefit of doubts. I mean, we must, as a PTI group, must lodge a FIR against, nominated FIR against the Interior Minister. This nonsense person who is the responsible of this chaotic situation. I mean, he is an Interior Minister, Federal Minister for Interior, not a common person, not a common man. And yesterday, he has stated on a live TV show that we will put Imran Khan on the jail of the Balochistan, and he identified the ward of that jail. I mean, who is he? How come he can put Imran Khan in the Balochistan?
Okay, but what exactly is the act of blasphemy that suspected shooter is speaking about? Let's listen into that and then I bring in the politicians again.
ये सर मैंने इसलिए किया है कि ये लोगों को गुमराह कर रहा था इमरान खान और मुझसे ये चीज़ देखी नहीं गई और मैंने इसको मार दिया। मारने की कोशिश की, पूरी मारने की कोशिश की कि मैं इसको मारूं, सिर्फ और सिर्फ इमरान खान को और किसी को नहीं। जिस दिन का ये लाहौर से चला है उस दिन से मैंने ये साजिश ये सोची,
जिस दिन से लाहौर से
हाँ
चला
जी, कि मैंने इसको छोड़ना
नहीं। तुम्हारे पीछे कौन है जिसने ये सारा?
मेरे पीछे कोई नहीं है, मैं अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
तुम्हारे साथ कितने लोग थे?
कोई भी नहीं है, अकेला।
जब तुम घर से आए हो तो कौन था तुम्हारे साथ?
अकेला था, बाइक अपनी पे आया हूँ, अपनी बाइक।
बाइक कहाँ है तुम्हारी?
बाइक मैंने मामू की दुकान पे खड़ी कर दी थी।
मामू की
दुकान पे खड़ी कर दी शॉप।
Here is Naveed Bashir saying that there is nobody behind me and that I did it on my own. Abdullah Hamid Gul, here are the two political parties saying that who did it. There is a larger conspiracy that they are alleging, also the role of ISI here. But if the suspected shooter here is confessing to the crime, how believable is it?
Well, first of all, there is nobody mentioned ISI over here, or whatever you have shown on television. First of all, let's be very, very honest about it. And secondly, I would say that whatever happened, there are few things which I need to conclude over here. When Rana Sanaullah, who was then in the opposition, he was arrested for the charges of drug smuggling. And then the interior minister of Mr. Imran Khan, he sent him to the jail, and they filed a proper case against him. Then own minister Fawad Chaudhry, he said on television, and he said that at that time it was a wrong case which was filed against Rana Sanaullah, and in the cabinet Mr. Fawad Chaudhry opposed this case. So this is one thing. So I think this record needs to be corrected. The second thing is very important. That is, whenever there is a bullet wound or a injury takes place, the person has to go to a government hospital. Whereas Shaukat Khanam is a private hospital, which again is only for the treatment of cancer. So this is, I think, a legal point where I am raising.
So what
I'm
are
not
you
saying
exactly
that this
saying?
has been done wrongly.
No. What exactly are you trying to say?
No. I'm saying that the government of Punjab belongs to Mr. Imran Khan, and the security cordon was provided by the Punjab police. And then the
so you are essentially are you then trying to look at a completely different angle in which you are saying
no
that perhaps this is
few questions.
This is orchestrated.
I'm raising few questions.
Are you saying that this is orchestrated?
No, I'm not at all saying. I am saying that who is immediately responsible. First of all, this needs to be investigated through proper judicial inquiry, where the sitting judges of Supreme Court and the High Court of Lahore, they should sit in the inquiry. And I think even if somebody has doubt, you can involve any of the agency, even within Pakistan or outside Pakistan. And there are very good officers. Secondly, 2 days before, 2 days earlier, Senator Ijaz Chaudhry, in a tweet, he says that there is going to be an attack on Imran Khan. Now, there should be a inquiry which should include all those CCTV cameras, including Mr. Ijaz Chaudhry, who knew 2 days prior, and then of course all the
Ijaz
other
Chaudhry,
agencies.
Abdul Yaqub know about it? Because there is one more incident that has happened, and then I'll bring in Abdul Yaqub and Dr. Elahi both on this. Imran Khan on Friday said that he will remain silent as he does not want to damage the country and its institutions, and that happened a day after the ISI chief said that the former Prime Minister made a lucrative offer to Pakistan Army Chief General Qamar Bajwa in return for backing his government during the turmoil that happened in March this year. So there are wheels within wheels. Would you explain that to us, please? Abdul Yaqub.
Well, I would say
Abdul Yaqub.
Okay,
yes.
Well, let me respond to the it's a clear fact that essentially the responsible, who actually is the responsible of the security is the Punjab police. At first place, they are the responsible, no doubt. It is no doubt. But when it comes to the the security, the intelligence-based threats are provided by the federal agencies. Anyways, apart from that, even I myself, who met yesterday a foreign ambassador, I shows my concern that there is a credible threat. There might be some assassination attempt on Imran Khan. I mean, we were speculating it. We knew that there could be some, the manner Benazir Bhutto has sent email to the Mark Siegel, the journalist, and she had shown her concern that she most likely to be assassinated. In the same manner, yes, we had reserves. We were speculating. We had threats. We had credible threats, and on basis of that, Senator Ijaz Chaudhary has tweeted in a similar manner. So there is nothing to be surprised.
If you were preempting this kind of attack on Imran Khan, then what precautions were taken, and was it communicated to the government? Because
incident, which is an ugly incident.
Okay.
We all condemn it.
Okay.
Because it should not have been happened.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, because Mr. Imran, as I told you, when he becomes euphoric, he ignores every direction, every SOP.
Okay.
So even on the container, there should have been a bulletproof shield or jackets or other things. But I think they were euphoric and they thought they are the heroes and everybody likes them. But in fact, they were in the place which is basically prominently and predominantly area of their opponents, because these areas are central Punjab where the PDM PMLN has a large majority. But I think even then, when a man makes a confession and tells the reason to attack,
so we should go with the confession is what you are saying. All right, I would like to thank the guests, the politicians of Pakistan on the first part of the debate, and then we'll be heading to the second part of this discussion with experts and journalists from Pakistan. There's also a reaction that has come in from Pakistan Punjab Chief Minister Parvez Elahi. He says Imran Khan is safe now, and Parvez Elahi has demanded an investigation into terror angle. What could be the possible terror angle? Let's listen in to Parvez Elahi, the Chief Minister of Punjab.
इमरान खान साहब अल्लाह के फजल करम से बिल्कुल ठीक है। मैंने उनको पूछा है और मुझे उन्होंने कहा है जी आप दुआ करें, मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ और इंशाल्लाह मैं पीछे नहीं हटूँगा अपने मिशन से। हमने फौरी तौर पे, मैंने अभी आईजी साहब भी यहाँ मौजूद हैं हॉस्पिटल में, हम सारे हॉस्पिटल में मौजूद हैं और मैंने अभी ऑर्डर्स किए हैं कि फौरी तौर पे एक अपने लेवल पे GIT इस तरह की बने कि इसमें काउंटर टेररिज्म का देखा जाए और इसके जो मुहरकात हैं और पीछे कौन है, इसके कौन से लोग हैं जिन्होंने इसको ट्रेन किया। और लगता है कि एक नहीं दो बंदे हैं, लेकिन अभी हम देख रहे हैं उसके ऊपर, अभी जो चीज़ होगी तो मीडिया तक लाएंगे।
Moeed Jafri is joining me on the phone line. Moeed Jafri, here is the Chief Minister of Punjab, where this attack actually takes place. It's Wazirabad. He is clearly saying that there could be a possible terror angle. What is he hinting at?
Hello, I can't hear you. Can you please repeat the question there?
Yes, I want to know what is the Chief Minister of Punjab hinting at when he says that there could be a possible terror angle. Which terror group is he talking about?
It would be anybody's guess, but if I were to speculate based on what has been happening lately, we've seen a certain level of resurgence of the Taliban up in the KPK province, and there have been multiple attacks, as have been reported in the media, local and international. So maybe the Chief Minister is basically hinting at them taking a dig at or taking a shot at Imran Khan. However, I don't believe that is a high likelihood, considering the fact that Imran Khan has never said anything rash about the rule of the Taliban in Afghanistan these days. Okay. He has always advocated negotiations. So if at all, he could be talking about religious extremist groups,
okay,
or for that matter, the Taliban.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Let me bring in the experts now. Kamar Chima is joining me from Islamabad. We have Lieutenant General Ghulam Mustafa as well. He'll be joining me in just a bit. Vishnu Prakash, former diplomat. We also have Tariq Farhadi. He's a senior journalist. Qamar Chima, here is the soundbite that came just now of the Punjab Chief Minister. He is talking about a terror angle. What could be the terror angle here? Because there is also a blasphemy angle which has been added by the suspected shooter.
Well, obviously, I think it will be premature to say anything to have a conclusion. But if you have a history, the history tells that that normally the militant Islamist parties have targeted the politicians in Pakistan. One thing. Secondly, if you just look at that a few days ago, the Prime Minister Imran Khan's one of the federal ministers, the former federal minister, to whom Imran Khan expelled from his party, Mr. Faisal Wabda, he said that I find violence and bloodshed there will be in this long march. So, and because of saying these things, Imran Khan fired that gentleman from his party. The third thing is that this may be an act of this may be an act where we can say that politically charged person may have said this, because wherever Prime Minister Imran Khan goes from the GT Road, business is stopped. People are not coming on big number. People are there in 10,000 to 15,000, 20,000. So maybe there is someone who is disturbed for something. But what he added in his personal statement, which have been leaked to the media, which came to the media, that there is a likely possibility. He says that I didn't like because when there was a time of azan, they were playing music. So he hated that. And there was a question among many people that Imran Khan talks of Riyasat-e-Medina, the state of Medina. But when people go into his political campaigns, there are songs, there are dance, people are enjoying. And in the last days, when he was about to start this political rally, he convinced people to come into my rally. You will enjoy. There will be music and all that. So that was the one way to attract people. So no.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Ambassador Vishnu Prakash, Pakistan has had a violent political history, particularly to do with assassination. Former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto was assassinated. Before that, there have been other incidents as well. Shocking, shameful, one would say. But in all those inquiries that have happened, we really do not know what was the motive of the assassins. Here is a shooter who is confessing to his crime. When you look at an incident of this nature, was it like history repeating itself in Pakistan?
Well, greetings. First of all, it's a relief that history did not repeat itself in Pakistan this time.
Yes.
The injury suffered by former Prime Minister Imran Khan is shocking but not surprising. As you very rightly said, political differences have normally sorted out in Pakistan through the barrel of the gun. And it started with Liaquat-Ali Khan in 1951, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, Ziaul Haq, Benazir Bhutto. So there are lots of incidents, and there have been a number of attacks, reported attacks on Musharraf also. So given this surcharged atmosphere, it is a relief that former Prime Minister Imran Khan is alive, he is all right. The challenge, the difficulty is that the atmosphere in Pakistan, political atmosphere, is so vitiated and so surcharged because Imran Khan has shaken up the political system in Pakistan. He has done which no other politician has done so far, to defy the military, rather challenge the military upfront. And for once, things are not going according to the script of the Pakistani military. Imran Khan was supposed to fade away. He has come roaring back. Despite whatever anybody says, he is a very popular leader. His popularity is soaring, and they don't know how to deal with him. So this is still too early. Don't know what exactly transpired. But what is very clear is that violence is a way of life in Pakistani politics, and we will see much more happening before the dust settles on this particular incident.
And General Mustafa, the point being made by Vishnu Prakash, particularly here, of how Imran Khan is seen as a hero in Pakistan, even when there was that coup that happened in April. The point that he kept on making was that there is a larger conspiracy being hatched in Washington. There is an anti-America sentiment. Here is the Pakistani army, which is working with Shehbaz Sharif, who in turn is working with America. Is Imran the politician who is completely different from how Pakistani politics has been so far, and that is the reason why the army doesn't know how to deal with him anymore?
I think there may be another reason too. That the army has decided, given the history that Pakistan has had, not very enviable, that our army has been involved in the politics in the past. There could be a very good reason that Pakistan army, for good reason, decided to step back and let the politicians take control of their lives and the political life in Pakistan. Well, I may not like it. It may not be according to his choice or what he thought would happen. But that is one way, another way of looking at things. And I would rather not go to the extent of saying that army conspired with somebody. Army of Pakistan, army would not conspire with anybody else to destabilize Pakistan.
Well, interestingly,
the whole issue here
only last week, Imran Khan had said, and I'm quoting him, "DG ISI, listen carefully. The things I know, I'm staying silent for my institutions and the country. I don't want to damage my country." The PTI chief said as the crowd cheered, "Our criticism is for constructive purposes and for your improvement. I can say more, but will not say as it will hurt the institution."
Yeah, he was the Prime Minister of Pakistan, and in that position, he would be in possession of a lot of information that goes to him ultimately, because as the chief executive of Pakistan, he's supposed to know everything which goes on with him, around him.
Okay.
So therefore, he would have that information, and almost all prime ministers, even Mr. Modi and all, everybody else gets that information. There is nothing new. But coming out with that in the open, I think that if he stayed back and he held back, I think that is a fine thing he did. The point I'm trying to make is that Pakistan is a country which somehow, maybe I'm wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, that has to be kept on a boil, a certain level of boil, because a settled down Pakistan going ahead with the progress, which is Pakistan's right, Pakistan people's right, but doesn't suit a lot of people. And I hate to say that, but that is how things, the way I look at things, have been in the uniform sometimes, have been seeing things rather closely. One finds that the power play which is on in this region doesn't like this region, Pakistan, Afghanistan, to stabilize. And one way would be to keep this political turmoil that has gripped this country right from March, and I think before that too, when PDM, which is now in government, was marching on Islamabad one after the other. So that way, I think, in a way, Khan was right that there has been a game on to destabilize Pakistan.
Okay.
And his removal from the government, which probably, as you said, people thought that he might fade away. It may not last that long, but he has defied all those odds.
Yes, and he is fighting back. And here is Imran Khan, who is continuing to fight back. Mr. Farhadi, joining me there from Geneva. Back in 2018, Imran Khan painted a new vision of Pakistan. He said it will be Naya Pakistan as he swept power after years. But he played second fiddle to several parties he had played. You know, the fact is that he was seen as a reformer, but then he also brought in that Islamic welfare state image. So where did Imran Khan err in the first place?
Well, it's clear that he didn't play his relations with the United States very well. It's clear that also in 2020, when the Biden administration, 2021, when the Biden administration took over, the Biden team's relations with Imran Khan were not good. The government changed as a result of the events what we saw in Pakistan. It was through the parliament, but Imran Khan stayed outside. Now, what's important to note now is that the current government of Shehbaz Sharif, whatever it is, it has the vote of China. Today, Shehbaz Sharif was received in China with the honor guard with the president of China, and it has the vote of the United States. because the IMF has unlocked the aid for Pakistan, closely $7 billion, on the advice of the United States, and Pakistan has been removed from the Financial Action Task Force list, FATF. So you can see that this new government, even if it's not very popular in Pakistan, viewed from here, from Europe, we see Pakistan, this government has the vote of America, and it has the vote of China. They have accomplished that.
Okay, then in that case, yes,
outside.
You're right that Shehbaz Sharif was in Beijing on his maiden trip, and he had held talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping. So if Shehbaz Sharif has the support of China, he has the support of US, Qamar Chima, and also he has the support of the army and the ISI as well, then who is supporting Imran Khan? Is he all by himself, Qamar Chima?
Well, I think what needs to be understood is that Imran Khan was ousted by a coalition of the political parties. So Shehbaz Sharif doesn't have a simple majority even. He's having a simple majority with the support of the coalition partners, one thing. The second thing is Imran Khan's claim is that since I'm out of the power, so I should be brought back with the fresh elections. While the term of the parliament is to complete by August next year. So the coalition says that if the term is to complete, so under what circumstances we can call for the elections? So I think this is where, and now he was blaming the army in that context, that the army withdrew their support from me, so that is why I should be brought back and all that. So right now, Imran Khan, since he has been voted out, he was not been thrown out. And remember, he's the first Pakistani Prime Minister who had. Yes, so he was the first Pakistani Prime Minister who was voted with a no confidence motion. So right now, what is important is that he's selling a narrative, religion card, anti-America, anti-West, anti-army.
And will the people of Pakistan buy that narrative, Qamar Chima?
A large quantity of the people, a large number of the people, they are buying. And if you just see the elections, which the by-polls we had recently on the vacant seats of the National Assembly, he won those seats, although he didn't win with a landslide majority. He didn't get the percentage of the voter votes he got is not that much, but he won the votes. So it seems that the coalition of government, the coalition parties right now, which are ruling, they believe if we accept Imran Khan's demand, then looking at the popularity of the Imran Khan, he will win the next elections. So they want to complete the term.
And the term of the National Assembly will end in August 2023, and the fresh election should be held within 60 days. So August, September, October, perhaps. That is the timeline that Pakistan is looking at. General Mustafa, a quick word from you, and then I'll give the final words to Vishnu Prakash. What are you sensing will this lead to, this attempted assassination on Imran Khan?
I think right now, if we look at things in Pakistan, there's a turmoil. Political turmoil already on, and now this violence has entered in this political turmoil, which is very, very unfortunate. And doesn't augur well if it were to erupt across the country. I hope and I think this responsibility mainly lead to what is required at this point in time. And it is somehow a solution to this turmoil, because essentially a political issue that has to be settled.
Ambassador Vishnu Prakash, let me give you the final words.
Thank you. I would not yet want to term this as an assassination bid. I think we should wait for the details. Let's see what emerges. We can form a view then. What we know is the battle lines have been drawn very sharply now, and Army's preeminent position is under threat. In a way, Army can see that as the existential crisis for them. And it can be a game changer, because if Army ceases to have an oversized role, then the deep state loses its authority, loses its punch. And as one of the panelists said, if elections are held today, Imran Khan, whether he is in the fray or not, his party will win hands down. So that could be a new era for Pakistani politics. But will that happen is $1 million question.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Qamar Cheema, Tariq Farhadi, Ambassador Vishnu Prakash and Lieutenant General Ghulam Mustafa. We are putting up that story on news18.com. That's all from me. Thanks for watching.
Chaos. There is immediate care that's being administered to some of the injured. As many as 15 PTI workers have been injured, and they are all been rushed to hospital for medical care. Abhishek Jha with us. Abhishek, this is the situation is unfolding by the minute and dramatic turn of events.
Of course, and initially when we thought that Imran Khan was safe, now we have clear visuals where Imran Khan is being held. He's injured clearly, and not only Imran Khan. The senior leadership of his party is also injured. We have seen Faisal Javed's visual. He was also sitting on a chair, all bandaged across, the blood all over his face. So clearly the attack was targeted at PTI's leadership, and this looks like a very organized setup because not only Imran Khan, his other colleagues have also been injured. And interesting fact is that the incident has happened in Punjab province of Pakistan, which is again being ruled by Pakistan, by PTI's leaders. And in that scenario, we can assume that Imran Khan's entourage was getting utmost security cover. And in that effect, if this thing has happened, it clearly looks like there has been some plot against this whole the Azadi March or long march that Imran Khan has started.
Firing has been reported near Imran Khan's container in Pakistan.
This is Imran Khan. Whether or not he is injured is not confirmed. But we are given to understand that there are PTI leaders who have confirmed to CNN News 18 that even Imran Khan is injured. Now, was he injured because of the melee that happened soon after the firing, or has he had a bullet wound? That's the question we have to, we still don't have confirmation on. But there is confirmation that Imran Khan is also injured. Now, there is also another confirmation that all the injured have been taken to hospital. Faisal Javed, one of the PTI leaders, is there on camera and video with bloodstains on his dress and with injuries, and he's been taped and bandaged. But Imran Khan, we are given to understand, this is the still of Imran Khan, and that he is also injured. That's what we know. Whether or not it's a bullet injury is not yet confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. But there's absolute chaos which has happened, which is unfolded in Wazirabad. Muna Alam, one of the things, even as we see this picture, Imran Khan is being taken away. There's confirmation he's been moved away from the site. There's confirmation he's injured, but there's no confirmation whether it was a bullet injury. But this is happening a day after he openly took on Qamar Javed Bajwa.
Yes, I think I've earlier mentioned that Imran Khan has been taken off the container. I said that in my earlier remarks, and this is what we kind of knew at that point in time. Yes, you're right. We still do not know if Imran Khan... as far as my personal intuition is concerned, I think he hasn't had a bullet injury. Otherwise, their party persons would have told us by now, or even if they wanted to keep it a secret, they would have told us in confidentiality. But
some updates that have come in. Munaji, I'm interrupting you because this is the latest update. Our investigations editor Manoj Gupta is getting us. Gunmen attacking Imran Khan's container in Wazirabad. Firing by unknown persons near Imran Khan's container in Wazirabad city of the Gujranwala division. And we have Imran Khan received a bullet injury. He's injured and he's been shifted for medical care.
There's been an increase in farm fires date on date till the end of October in Punjab versus last year. Why is there no credible action that the government can today put, even though before coming to power in Punjab, the Aam Aadmi Party had all solutions for parali burning?
There were others who got organized far more, built a narrative against this community, which so far is docile, so far is non-challenging, it's contributing to the economy, and it is also paying out huge amounts of donations to local politicians without expecting anything back in return from them.
Again, in the 2015 rains when it happened, this was the same argument. The rains were unprecedented. We are going to get more rain in refer intervals of time. That is a reality we have to live with. What are governments doing on the ground in terms of preparation work for that? That's the question to be answered.
How could a private firm throw open a bridge on its own? Surely there was enough time for the local administration to act and shut down the bridge. So what really happened?
What had happened, we still don't have the details. Firing incident has happened during PTI's long march against the federal government. More than 15 PTI workers are injured, including former governor of Sindh, Imran Ismail, and also Faisal Javed, whose pictures CNN News 18 has actually accessed. Faisal Javed's pictures we have. He's sitting there on a chair, wheelchair, with band-aid on his cheeks, on his face, and also bloodstains all over his dress. And 15 people injured, and there are also visuals that we have got. We've got exclusive visuals which we will try and put out in just a bit. There are pictures of Imran Khan that we should be getting in a short while from now. Absolute melee. But in that, Imran Khan has now been shifted to for medical care. These are pictures that we are getting, exclusive visuals here on CNN News 18. Pictures that nobody else has access to, where Imran Khan is seen with injury on his face and somewhere, and he's being seated on a chair. These are the visuals that we are playing out right now. Exclusive visuals that we are playing out of Imran Khan being seen seated. He looks visibly uncomfortable. He looks visibly in a state where he is required of physical help, and there are people who are trying to lift him up. This is the only channel which has pictures of him being moved out of the container, and he's being taken and made to sit inside the car. He's been moved out of the container, made to sit inside the car. At that time, he looks all right. He seems to be all right as he's being moved into the container. From the container into the car, he seems to be all right. And there are security personnel all around him trying to guard Imran Khan at this point. But we are given to understand that he has been injured. So there are two sets of visuals that we have accessed. Mona Alam still with us. Mona Alam, so this was what reports said, that he's been moved away to safety. Imran Ismail, Faisal Javed, both injured. Two visuals of Imran Khan. One visual where he's looking visibly in discomfort, and he's being helped by 3 or 4 people. He's being lifted. Another visual when he's being transferred from the container into a car and then being whisked away with supporters and, of course, his entire special protection or the security cordon also trying to guard him altogether. So dramatic visuals we have accessed, where we got more pictures from the hospital, very, very dramatic visuals that are coming through, discomforting visuals, ladies and gentlemen. There is a lot of blood, and I'm going to request our team to exercise caution as we put it on air. The next set of visuals which have just come in can be discomforting. It is coming in from the hospital where there is absolute chaos. There is immediate care that's being administered to some of the injured. As many as 15 PTI workers have been injured, and they have all been rushed to hospital for medical care. Abhishek Jha with us. Abhishek, this is the situation is unfolding by the minute, and dramatic turn of events.
Of course, and initially when we thought that Imran Khan was safe, now we have clear visuals where Imran Khan is being held. He's injured clearly, and not only Imran Khan, the senior leadership of his party is also injured. We have seen Faisal Javed's visual. He was also.
Hello and welcome to the late night edition with me, Ayushman Singh Jamwal. Breaking news coming in from Jammu and Kashmir, where it seems there is no end to targeted attacks. The 2 migrant labourers, one from Bihar and one from Nepal, were shot at by terrorists in the district of Anantnag. They were working at a private school. My colleague Mudassir gets us the latest from Ground Zero.
जनूबी कश्मीर के वानिहामा दयालगाम अनंतनाग में मिलिटेंट हमले में ज़ख्मी हुए 2 अफराद को GMC अनंतनाग मुंतकल किया गया था, जहां से एक को क्रिटिकल कंडीशन में श्रीनगर के सिकिम्स हॉस्पिटल सौरा में जो है वहां मुंतकल किया गया, वहां शिफ्ट किया गया, और दूसरा जो इसमें ज़ख्मी शख्स था वो अभी भी गवर्नमेंट मेडिकल कॉलेज अनंतनाग में ज़ाहिर इलाज है। और हम आपको बता दें कि नेपाल का जो तिल बहादुर थापा है उसको काफ़ी गंभीर स्थिति यानी कि काफ़ी क्रिटिकल कंडीशन में GMC अनंतनाग से रात देर गए मुंतकल किया गया सिकिम सोरा, और जहाँ पर उसको एडवांस ट्रीटमेंट मिलेगा। और डॉक्टरों का ये कहना है कि दोनों की कंडीशन जो है, जो इंजर्ड पर्सनस थे उनकी कंडीशन क्रिटिकल है, लेकिन जो तिल बहादुर थापा है उसकी जो कंडीशन है वो मज़ीद क्रिटिकल बताई जा रही है और दूसरे को स्टेबल करने की कोशिश जो है वो जारी है। और हम आपको बता दें कि जो वानिहामा दयालगाम एरिया है वहाँ पर जो है इस वाक़े के बाद, मिलिटेंट अटैक के बाद CRPF फ़ौज या फिर जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस की अगर हम बात करेंगे, उन्होंने अपना जो ऑपरेशन है उसको इंटेंसिफाई किया है और मज़ीद उसका जो मुहासरा है इलाके का उसको कॉर्ड में ले लिया गया है, मुहासरे को बढ़ा दिया गया है। और ये कोशिश की जा रही है कि जो हमलावर थे जो वहाँ फ़रार होने में कामयाब हो गए उनको पकड़ने की कोशिश जो है वो जारी है। और ये भी कोशिश की जा रही है कि उनका जो सुराग है वो जल्द से जल्द लगाया जाए। और पुलिस इस हवाले से जो है काफ़ी एंगल्स जो है उसको यूज़ कर रही है, इंटेलिजेंस ग्रिड को जो है उसको इन प्लेस रखा गया है ताकि जो हमलावर मिलिटेंट है उनका जल्द से जल्द पता लगाया जाए। और फिलहाल हम आपको ये बता दें कि दोनों की कंडीशन जो है वो क्रिटिकल है और जो दो शख्स थे, ज़ख्मी शख्स थे, एक का ताल्लुक बिहार से है और दूसरे का ताल्लुक नेपाल से है। और बिहार का जो शख्स है वो अभी भी गवर्नमेंट मेडिकल कॉलेज अनंतनाग में ही ज़हर इलाज है और जो नेपाल का शख्स है उसको सिक्किम सोरा रेफर किया गया है।
So targeted killings continue in Jammu and Kashmir where security remains delicate. So now what we are learning is that in Anantnag, 2 migrant labourers, one from Bihar and one from Nepal, were shot at by terrorists. Both are in critical condition, as my colleague Mudassir pointed out. I'm joined by my colleague Tajinder Singh Sodhi on the broadcast to get the latest from Ground Zero. Tajinder, what details do you have when it comes to the situation, when it comes to the condition of these 2 migrant labourers?
See, Ayushman, right now as we speak, a massive manhunt is already on where various security agencies are trying to find out the terrorists who are involved in attacking these 2 migrant laborers, one from Bihar and another from Nepal. The police says that right now its priority is to identify and neutralize the terrorists who are involved in attacking these 2 non-locals. As per the investigation which the police has conducted so far, these 2 non-locals, they were inside their accommodation and cooking their meal when a terrorist came to their outside their accommodation. He called them, he asked them to come out because he has some work for them. As soon as these 2 who have been identified as Bekuram, a resident of Bihar, and Tej Bahadur, a resident of Nepal, when they came out from their accommodation to find out if some work is being offered to them, the terrorist, he shot them from point blank range. He was carrying a revolver. This is the preliminary investigation which police has carried out, and after that the terrorist fled from the area. These 2 non-local, they were critically injured. They were immediately shifted to the government medical college hospital in Anantnag, where the condition of both of them is stated to be critical, whereas Tej Bahadur, a resident of Nepal, has been shifted to Sher-e-Kashmir Institute of Medical Sciences, Sora in Srinagar, for specialized treatment. But right now efforts are being made in GMC Anantnag, where Beku Ram is under treatment to revive him, to stabilize him so that he too could be shifted to SCIM. So as you pointed out, that terror activities continue unabated in Kashmir Valley. Just a couple of days ago, there were attacks on migrants, and we also saw the killing of Puran Chand in Puran Krishan Bhatt, a Kashmiri Pandit in the Shupian area of South Kashmir, and after that